everyone, it's Haley, and today I'm going to be giving you guys my guide to summertime reading. So I kind of came up with this idea when I was sitting and trying to plan my videos for June, and I think I'm going to do seasonal recommendations videos. So just kind of like my guide to fall reading, my guide to winter reading, my guide to spring reading. I think really the only one that will be difficult is spring because I don't know, there's not really a particular genre that I want to read in spring that I don't want to read in summer, so I don't know, but I'm going to do it anyways. So today is the first version of that series of videos that I'm going to be doing, and obviously it is summertime. I know a lot of you guys are going to be starting summer soon, if not already. I've been on summer vacation for a month now because I get 4 months of summer vacation, so I am already in summer mode. So I've already started my summer reading and know what kind of books that I think just get me in that summery mood. So I'm going to be recommending those books to you guys today in different categories. Some of them don't even fit in a category, but I'm going to go through the categories first so then you guys can get an idea of it. So basically I'm going to be talking about books about road trips, books that deal with any kind of traveling, romances, and then just plain old like summery books. Books that just for some reason make me want to be in summertime and laying by a pool in the sun, just that kind of book. So I hope that these recommendations are helpful to you guys, and as per usual, if I have any reviews for any of these books, they will be linked down below for you guys. Okay, so let's get into it. So I have tons of books to talk about today, so I'm not going to get too much into synopsises for them. So the first category is road trips, and the first book I wanted to recommend is Paper Towns by John Green. This book deals with a road trip that doesn't take place during the summer, but the whole book they're trying to find Margot, and it's after the main character Q has gone on this crazy adventure. He's been in love with her forever. They went on a crazy adventure this one night, and now it's about to be summertime. They can't find Margot, so they go on this road trip and try to go and find her. And it's really a book about friendship, how road trips help friendship. It's just a really great road trip book and makes me just want to get in a car and drive wherever. Next is Amy and Roger's Epic Detour by Morgan Matson. This is probably the ultimate road trip book. It's a book that follows Amy. Her father has just died in a car accident, and she has to get the car from where they used to live to their new house. So her mother has enlisted their family friend Roger to drive with her from their old house to the new house. But she's given them this route, but Amy and Roger decide that they are going to take their own route and go on this crazy adventure to get to where they need to be, but they're taking some detours along the way. This book just is so fun, and it's just kind of about finding yourself. Like, it's super fun, but it also packs a really big punch, and I love the fact that it has like I can never find any when I'm looking for them. It has like little things in it like this that have like pictures of where they've been, things about like the state that they're in, the motto, the side, like all of those things. It's just so fun, and those little extras just make it so much better, and they just contribute to the story so much more and make it seem like it's just real, and I just love this book so much. And the last road trip book is The Disenchantments by Nina LaCour. This book is a road trip book about this group that is they're like this band, but their band isn't very good, but they go on tour anyways, and this is all about their tour, and it's their last tour before they're supposed to be going off to college and wherever. So they're all kind of going their separate ways, so they're taking this one last grand hurrah, and it's just super fun, really unique, and I love the characters in this. They are really engaging, and it's just a really fun book about friendship and road trips. Next category is just plain travel. So it's not necessarily, hey, plane travel. So not necessarily in a car, but possibly in a plane. Do you see what I did there? Anyways, you may not be going anywhere this summer. I know I usually am not, but for the past 2 summers I have been going places. This summer I'm actually going to France. Super exciting. But anyways, so yeah, you might not be going anywhere, but you can pick up a book and go wherever in the world you want and travel along with them. So the first book is Just One Day by Gail Forman. This whole duology takes place in all different parts of the world, and you get to see the 2 main characters travel everywhere, and it is awesome. The first part of this book takes place in the summer before the main character is going off to college, so she's trying to kind of find herself, and she's really really struggling with that. So you really get to see inside her mind and how this summer is really kind of the last summer before the beginning of her life. So it's really crazy, and that summer will be coming up for me soon. Like, I feel like my last summer before the beginning of my life is going to be next summer, if not the summer after, like when I'm graduating from university and moving on to the real world. I can't believe that's coming up soon. That is so weird to me, but whatever. But yeah, so it's kind of the anxieties that come along with that summer and trying to have fun, but at the same time being like, you know what's happening in September, and it's super intimidating. Next is The Geography of You and Me by Jennifer E. Smith. This book travels all around the world, and you have the two characters. They spent this one crazy night together, and they ended up really gaining these feelings for each other, but then they end up being separated, and they're all over the world, completely like on opposite sides of the world, and trying to build this relationship despite that. So it's really kind of a romance that is trying to overcome distance and time, and it's really just a nice quick read. It's not the best book I've ever read, but it helped me get out of my reading slump. It's super quick, super fun, and I would definitely recommend traveling along with it. Next up, we have romances. So in the summer, I just love a cheesy, just completely corny, fluffy romance. And I think the epitome of fluffy romances is the Anna and the French Kiss trilogy by Stephanie Perkins. This is just all the fluff, all the romance, but so enjoyable and just so great. I love these books so much. These you get to travel with as well. This one takes place in Paris, and then San Francisco, and then this one is in New York. So you get to just go all over the world throughout the course of this trilogy, and you get to fall in love with these characters, a different character for each book because it's a companion trilogy, and their romance stories are just fabulous. And these are just the books that, like, if you're going on like a long plane ride, I would bring one of these, or if you were going on like if you're going to sit by the pool, these books are great for that. Next is To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han. This is a romance that actually takes place the majority of the time during the school year, but I still think it just has such a cute romance that it gives me those summer vibes. So basically the main character, she has written letters to all the boys that she's loved before, and she writes them to get over them and move on. But then someone, and we don't know who, sends out these letters, and she has to deal with the fallout of that. So it turns into this really cute and quirky romance story, and it's just adorable and super enjoyable. Next is What I Thought Was True by Huntley Fitzpatrick. So this girl lives on this island that is kind of like a summer resort island, and she has lived there her whole life, and everyone else lives on the mainland. But then one of the boys that she kind of had a fling with from the mainland ends up moving to the island that she lives on, and she kind of has to deal with that and the fact that she doesn't really want to deal with it, but she has to because he's there. So she kind of has to learn to deal with the fallout of that, and it kind of is starting to ruin her summer. So this just takes place during the summer. It's a really cute romance, and it's a really great book. And my last category is just summary books. So these books either take place in summer or have a summer-like setting, so they just make me think of summer. So the first one is The Summer I Turned Pretty by Jenny Han. This book obviously takes place during the summer, and I really love it because it's the main character comes back, and she always sees her family friends, which are these guys. She sees them every single summer. But this summer is different because she's really matured through the year, and she's kind of now a woman, and the guys aren't just seeing her as one of the guys anymore. They're starting to really see her as a girl, and it's kind of her trying to come to terms with that, and the fact that every summer everything's different, and this summer especially everything has completely changed, and it hasn't necessarily changed for the better. So it's just a really fun summery book. Next is The Unexpected Everything by Morgan Matson. I love this book so much. It is so great, and it is just, I think, the epitome of a summer read. The main character, her father's a politician, and she was supposed to be going away for the summer to this camp for like really smart people, and then there's this whole huge scandal with her father, and she ends up not being able to go to this camp anymore, so she has to move in with her dad, and she has to find something else to do with the summer. And it's her really trying to accept the fact that you can't plan out your whole life. and I think that the characters are just great. The whole entire story just gave me intense summer vibes, and I think if you're gonna pick up one book from this list this summer, it definitely has to be this one. Next, also by Morgan Matson, is Since You've Been Gone. I think Morgan Matson is just a great summer book writer. Like, her books just scream summer to me. The only one that I haven't read is Second Chance Summer, and it says summer in it, so I'm sure it's gonna be summery as well. But this book is so good, and it's this girl who, her and her best friend are like two peas in a pod, and she's kind of more reserved and her best friend is really outgoing. So then her best friend ends up disappearing during the summer, and she left this bucket list for her friend to complete, and it has all these things that are trying to get her out of her shell. So it's really cool, and it's a really nice look at friendship and kind of a summer of rediscovery, which I like. And my last recommendation is Beauty Queens by Libba Bray. This book takes place on an island, which is really the only summery thing about it, but it deals with this pageant. Their plane crashed on this island, and it's all these girls like trying to become friends, trying to survive on this island. It's like a super weird book, but it's really enjoyable and super funny. Like, it's 100% a satire, and it deals with so many important issues, and it's just so much fun. I highly recommend the audiobook for this one because there's like commercial breaks, and it's just great. So those are all of my summertime recommendations. Let me know if you have read any of these books, your thoughts on them, or what your plans are for the summer. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!